Yo, what's up? Welcome to Trash Ryan MMA. Today we're going over Moreno versus Erceg. Just wrapped up like 40 minutes ago, I'd say, maybe 30. I don't know. But what a card! The fights I didn't watch the entire card, but the fights that I did watch were, majority were entertaining. There were a few snoozers. Hold on, where is he? Looking at y'all too. Looking at y'all too. Mainly this fucking guy. Mainly this fucking guy. This guy. Anyways, yeah, today going over Moreno versus Erceg in Mexico City. So let's get into it. There were some fights. There were a lot of fights, I'll say, that I did not watch. I was at work. So I missed almost all of the prelims. Not all of the prelims. I caught the last round of Lupe Godinez versus Julia Palastri, but let's get into Markel Medeiros versus Austin Hubbard. Taking Austin Hubbard to a split decision in 2025 is kind of embarrassing, especially when you have I believe this guy had close to a 100% finish rate. Uh, let's actually search that up right now. I want to say it was close to being a 100% finish rate for Markel. I mean, can't blame him. I feel like usually those types of fighters always um, go to decision on their first UFC fight. So, oh, I'm just wrong. All right, then I'm just wrong then. And he already had a fight in the UFC, so I'm just wrong. All right, fuck. Go fuck myself, I guess. Anyways, yeah, Markel Medeiros versus Austin Hubbard. Didn't watch it. Jamal Emmers versus Gabriel Miranda. First round KO for Jamal Emmers. Look, guys, I went for a lot of underdogs, and I went for a lot of the wrong underdogs. I went with Gabriel Miranda. I thought he'd be able to, you know, uh, I thought he'd just be able to tie up Jamal Emmers in something. Uh, didn't watch this fight, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Two knockdowns for Jamal Evers. That's something, all right. But yeah, vicious KO, kind of nasty. Rafa Garcia versus Vic Pinchel. Pitchell. Don't fucking bullshit me, guys. None of you give a fuck. Don't bullshit me, guys. Come on. Vince Pichel outlanded him in every single round, but he didn't get the win. I wonder why that is. No, just kidding. I didn't watch this fight. I can't say anything about this fight. Rafael Garcia gets it done. I have the scorecards also brought up. So wait a minute. Let's go back to the first one. Austin on Miguel Jimenez. He won the second and third. Oh, I don't give a fuck about this. Do y'all give a fuck about this? I hope not, bro. Cause I ain't gonna try and bullshit my way around this. I don't get too flying fucks about this shit. Lupe Godinez versus Julia Palastri. Like I recall, like the last 30 seconds, I had walked inside my house at just the right time to catch the final minute or 30, something like that. It looked pretty gruesome. Not gruesome, but it looked like a scrap. Everybody in my house was like, "Whoa, shit, oh!" I walked in, I was like, "What's happening?" Anyways, But Lupe Godinez gets it done. Should I try and extend these videos out more? Because I feel like sometimes I make them quick, sometimes I make them long. I feel like I go through the entire first half of the card pretty quick. Uh, just the rest, I kind of just like end up talking about like the main or co-main event for like 30 minutes straight. Which is genuinely how like all my videos go. So, all right, let's get into it, bitch. Fucking 30 minutes in. You can get into it. Get on to it. Christian Rodriguez versus I was having such a hard time pronouncing his name, and I used to be able to say it perfectly fine. Melquiazel? Something Costa. I don't like saying Costa though, because when I say Costa, I just think Apollo Costa. Melziquel Costa versus Christian Rodriguez. Christian Rod Christian Rodriguez, man. Genuinely, just like what can you say about Christian Rodriguez? Look, man, if you have a few losses on your record, hey, bro, go ahead and roll them up. That's light work. You got one or two losses, maybe 3, 4 losses on your record. Roll them up. That's light work. That's an easy pack to smoke right there. Christian Rodriguez, some slight. But, bro, if you undefeated, if you got that O next to your wins, if you 6-0, 8-0, 15-0, don't matter. It don't matter. If you 16-0 like Ashton Bashi, don't matter. Roll you up quicker than anybody you've ever seen. Bro turns into prime Volkanovski in there when you undefeated. But when you're, a Julian Erosa, Melziquel Costa, bro just folds. He quite literally just folds. Although I'm not gonna lie, I did think, I don't know. On first watch, like with live, I did think Christian Rodriguez won the first round. But then I checked the stats. I checked the stats in the first round, and yeah, it's a pretty stark difference. What Costa landed versus what Rodriguez landed. Not too sure how accurate these, stats are, but I'll trust them to make a point that I want to make later in the video. So yeah, Melziquel Costa outlands him in the first and second, and I believe in the third. No, he doesn't outland him in the third. The third round is the only round Christian Rodriguez won on every judge's scorecard. I thought he arguably could have won the first, but I mean he was just blob maxing. He turned into like Christian Rodrigov. So nothing, just Christian Rodriguez literally just tried to hold him up against the fence for 15 minutes. Let's just keep it straight, say it how it is. He just tried to keep him up against the fence for 15 fucking minutes straight. There wasn't much to it. And he was unsuccessful. I believe he almost got dropped at one point. He tried to throw a spinning elbow, I believe, in the second round. Did not land. Costa was landing some good shots, some nice crispy shots. I'm having such a hard time remembering this fight. Well, it happened. It sure did happen. Costa wins. Interesting to see what's next for him, as he's not necessarily like a touted prospect by any means. I believe he's 3-2 in the UFC. Let's go to Tap real quick. I want to say he's 3-2 in the UFC with this win against Christian Rodriguez. No, I can't pull it up. He's 4-2. My mistake. He's 4-2. 2 losses are against Steve Garcia and Thiago Moises. Steve Garcia, I mean, that's not a bad loss whatsoever. Thiago Moises in 2023, that was nearly 3 years ago. Oh, well, it was 2 years ago, but I guess I'm sorry. I guess I'll let it slide. Dude, look at the shift. Like, I know he has a skin disease, so I'm not poking fun of him or anything, but just look at the stark difference of how he used to look. Sorry. Versus how he looks now. That's so insane. Shit. Shit. That's cool though. But yeah, Costa, I don't know what's next for him. He beat Andre Philly, extremely lackluster. He beat Christian Rodriguez, honestly, also extremely lackluster, but not due to his fault. It was very much Christian Rodriguez's fault for slowing the fight down so much. But yeah, what's next for Costa? What's in the featherweight, dude? I can't think of anything in the featherweight. Is there somebody? Fuck it, give him a Dan Ige. Give him a Dan Ige, give him a Calvin Kattar, give him a Yusuf Zalal, Bryce Mitchell after maybe coming off of a loss to, uh, you know who I'm talking about, Gene Silva. What can I do? What can I say? Yeah, I'm all over the place right now. Jose Daniel Medina versus Ateba Gautier. I mean, like if anybody tried to like hardcore you into picking like out hardcore you by picking Daniel Medina, just spit in that person's face and call them, just call them retarded. Spit in their dumb, stupid face and call them retarded, because never in any world was Jose Daniel Medina ever gonna win this fight. He's literally flabby for middleweight, dude. He's not a middleweight. He's not a middleweight. I mean, the only reason he could be a middleweight is just he's tall, lanky. But, dude, he's just fat, bro. He's just fat. He's like a skinny fat, so he doesn't look too bad. But this dude's a welterweight. Just cut 10 more pounds, bro. Or put on lean muscle. Do something, bro. Don't just, like... I swear, this guy cut... Why am I pulling this up? This guy cuts no weight whatsoever to get to middleweight. He just, like, steps on the scale. He, like, doesn't eat food for, like, 1 or 2 days. Just goes on, like, a water diet. And then, like, all right, guys, I'm good. And he steps in, and it shows, bro. Like, people are saying, oh, man, what a chin on Medina. Honestly, no. Like, you look at the shots that he was landing. Yeah, there were some clean shots. But you could tell every single one of them was affecting him. You could really tell every shot was hurting him. It's like, yes, he was withstanding them, but you could withstand a few shots, but you could really tell, like, they were having a severe impact on him, and he did not want more. As soon as he beckoned him on up against the fence after eating some probably a big overhand right, dude. I don't know what it was, but you could just see he was extremely hurt, extremely compromised, and Ataba capitalized. Ataba looked very slick. Maybe I don't know how much credit you can give him, considering it's Daniel Medina. I don't know how much credit we can give to him. Oh, how slick of a striker is. I don't think we could really say that. He was going up against a fucking blob. So Altebet Gautier though by first round knee into ground and pound, I believe, or did he just knee him and fucking like let him go? It was nasty. Whatever it was nasty. And on to the main card, Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas, the fraud check of the night. Ronaldo Rodriguez, lazy boy, gremlin fuck, ugly troglodyte troll, cleft lip, ugliest fighter in the UFC. Ronaldo Rodriguez loses via 30-27 after getting walked out by Julio Cesar Chavez. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. You walk out with just a GOAT. I mean, a lot of people call him a GOAT. I never watched one of his fights a day in my fucking life, bro. I ain't that old. But, a boxing GOAT, and you just get dropped immediately into the first round. Twice. You just get dropped twice in the first round. Oh, not twice? Huh, I thought he got dropped twice in the first round. And he ate a lot of big shots, so. Damn. Burping on mic and shit. No judge scored the first round of 10-8, which is fair. Kevin Borjas was decisively winning. Like, he was clearly winning the first round, but nothing to, I guess, really enforce a 10-8. damn near dropped him twice though. Uh, Ronaldo Rodriguez won one round on one judge's scorecard. Uh, Vladimir Puga, whatever. Kevin Borjas though gets his first, Kevin Borjas gets his first win in the UFC against Ronaldo Rodriguez, who, in fair, like, we should have not seen this coming, but I mean, I don't know if you genuinely thought Ronaldo Rodriguez was like a touted prospect, like, you're probably super surprised, but I mean, if you have like any common sense, you knew this kid wasn't going to be much in the near future. Maybe later down the line, he could build himself up to be something special. But as of right now, almost getting finished by Ode Osborne, almost getting finished by Kevin Borjas twice in the first round. It's not a good look on you. So there's a lot of work to do. And maybe we'll see him come back in the future. But as of right now, I'm not impressed with your performance. On to David Martinez versus Simon Oliveira. Again, I went Simon Oliveira. Went for a lot of underdogs and a lot of the wrong underdogs. I thought Simon Oliveira would be able to get it done. I was wrong. Did I even watch this one? Genuinely can't remember a single I can't remember this fight. This fight didn't happen. What happened? What happened? I don't remember. What the fuck happened? I don't remember this fight whatsoever. But yeah, I don't. I know I fucking lost. Got my pick wrong. That's fucking for sure. David Martinez knocks him out in the first round. Simon Oliveira, look how old he looks. He looks like Jose Medina. Is that his name? The guy who, got banned for like betting on UFC fighters. The guy who also, got leaked. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. Nobody cares about that shit. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Vince Morales. Now let's get into this one, because this one, I think the judges came in a little bit. I think they came into, sweat, you know what I'm saying? I think they were, slipped a 20 under the desk. Slipped a 100 with some fucking gross Raul Rosas Jr. spit on it or something. Kid slobbers so much on the mic. It's actually insane. It's so crazy how one person can produce so much saliva. I'm sure I get it. Like, his mouth is dry and whatnot. But, bro, like, drink some water before you get on the mic. Because nobody's trying to see that shit, bro. But, alright, my fault. Anyways, first round, Raul Rosas Jr. got it. Clearly, like, he was... Not much happened in the first round besides Raul Rosas just kind of like out grappling him, and then Vince Morales ending up on top for the final maybe 30 or 45 seconds of the round. It wasn't much time compared to what Raul Rosas was able to do, or and how much time he was able to gather up in the first round. But I thought Vince Morales won the second round. I was going into the third and I was like, yeah, it's 1-1. Like, I thought, I don't know, for the few seconds that we seen him on the feet, I seen Vince Morales piece him up on the feet. He was landing that jab consistently. He was pop, 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 landing that jab all on Rosas's chin, I guess. Indented face? We'll go with indented face. I was seeing Vince Morales land hella jabs on Raul Rosas' indented face. And I thought with that, like, come on. How does he 11-5? Yeah, Raul Rosas got 2 takedowns, but bro, I mean, I thought Vince Morales won the second round with just damage. Raul Rosas didn't really do anything on the ground when he got him on the ground. He didn't really go for submission attempts. Did he even have Did he have one sub attempt? No, he didn't. I don't know how Raul Rosas gets that second round. Uh, Not my type of grappling. I say send this boy with send this boy to train with Renato Moicano for a few years, bro. This kid will be a killer. That's different level type of ground and pound and scrambles that Renato has against like what he showed off against BSD. I think get Raul Rosas more accustomed to MMA grappling rather than just strictly wrestle grappling. This kid will be a problem. Oh look, hold on. Moreno is made it to the post fight interview. I'm watching it right now. I'm gonna drink my drink real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna quench my thirst.
You get a win in home soil. We saw you were very, very emotional. Right. What's the feeling? Tell us.
Man, I'm not cutting that out, by the way. I don't edit my videos. But Moreno here yapping. But yeah, I thought Vince Morales won this, not clearly, but I think he should have been given a head nod. I thought he won the second and the third, almost subbing Raul Rosas in the third multiple times, twice. Kid is unsubmittable. Who else had him in a extremely compromising position? Somebody else had him in a. Who was it? I can't remember who exactly, but somebody else had him in a bad. I believe it was that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That one other kid, the funny looking guy. Yeah, Ricky Tercios. I believe it was Ricky Tercios that had him in like some sus looking positions. So Raul Rosas, I do believe he got fraud checked in a way, even though he got the win. It's just lackluster performances back to back against whoever this Chinese guy is. I know it was whatever. And then I'm just stop. Like, I don't want to even call Vince Morales a can because he went to a very close fight with Elijah Smith. I was thinking his name was Elijah Morales, but Elijah Smith's pretty good. Like, do we do an Elijah Smith versus Raul Rosas? I'm just saying. I think Elijah Smith takes that 9 out of 10 times. I think he's leagues better than Raul Rosas. But yeah, Raul Rosas gets it done, I guess. Hey, I'm only not crying robbery because I went for Raul Rosas Jr. But if you went Vince Morales for the underdog, I'd be pretty fucking upset right now. Whoa! Performance of the Knights. David Martinez. Atabek Gautier. I didn't even see this. Has this always been there? Am I just blind? Yeah. Raul Rosas gets it done, I guess, by unanimous decision. Kind of wicked. Fuck onto Edgar Chairez versus CJ Vergara. Fuck CJ Vergara. Fuck him, bro. Edgar Chairez is complete and utter dog shit. Edgar Chairez' ass. I will die on this hill. Bro, put a fucking sword through my chest and nail me down to the fucking, like, I don't know, a stone or something. Edgar Chairez' ass and I'm dying on this hill. This kid's not good. How bad is CJ Vergara? What the fuck, CJ? You were supposed to win. And this is probably the pick I'm the most upset about because it's like, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? How are you losing to this guy? How are you losing to this guy, bro? This shit pisses me off, man. Actually gets me so upset. I was confident. That CJ Vergara would get this done over Edgar Chairez, dude. Oh, I just hate the way this dude looks, man. I'm so upset. He seems like a cool guy. I just don't like him. And I will never like him. His So I don't even know how he said. Oh, it was a rear naked choke. I remember. He also caught him with a nasty like check hook. It was so nasty, so loud, and left a nasty redden up his entire face. But yeah, he dropped him with like a left hook. I want to say, I don't know. Dropped him with a left hook. I was kind of doing something while this fight was going on, so I heard him get dropped. Then I seen it be followed up to the ground, and I just seen Edgar Rez on CJ's back, working him. He got it. He's tapping, and it pissed me off so much. I immediately walked outside because I just wasn't trying to deal with this bullshit of having to deal with more Edgar Rez in the UFC. I really wanted to see him get cut, and now I have to keep on looking at his dumb fights. Cut CJ Vergara. That's 3 in a row. Onto the co-main event of Manuel Torres versus Drew Dober. As you all know, Joe Piper versus what the fuck's that fat fuck's name? What's that fat fuck's name? Bro, get off my screen, bro. Fucking hell. Kevin Fatslam. That fight got canceled, so I guess Joe Piper got sick. He got a little tummy ache eating those tacos in Mexico. I'm telling you, bro. I want to trust that shit. Anyways, Manuel Torres versus Drew Dober. Manuel Torres gets it done in the first round. 23 strikes to 3. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, it was probably all the absolutely unnecessary follow-up shots that he absolutely landed on the side of Drew Dober's head. I don't believe any of them landed to the back of the head, although I wouldn't be surprised if one or two maybe slipped in. I don't think so. I didn't see any of that. All I seen was a ref just continue to look at Drew Dober, get the side of his fucking head pummeled in, and not do anything about it. Not too big of a complaint since Drew Dober seemed to be, conscious. But bro, that was a lot of not unnecessary follow shots. They were super necessary. But just like, you could have stopped that a little bit sooner, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like I seen like 10 follow-up shots happen on the floor that were just like, come on, ref. Come on, ref. Like, yo, get up in there already. Who was the ref? Mike Beltran, that's right. It looked like Mike Beltran was almost actually scared to like get in the middle. It looked like he was scared that he was gonna get hit, because you see him like want to jump in, and you see him looking at Torres. He's like, oh shit, bro, can you stop? And he's like trying to get in there, but like he jumps back out and then he jumps back in. But yeah, Drew Dober completely out of it. Not completely out of it, but he's like, he gets up, he still has his hands up, and he's like walking off to the side, or I should say stumbling to the side. He's like, no, what happened? What happened? You could see him like asking official after the fight stopped. He's like, oh, what happened? They set him down. Gets set on a knee. They eventually get him a stool. Manuel Torres, man, slick striking, leaves himself open wide though. Wide, and that's why I'm not surprised that Ignacio Bahamondes capitalized on that, because man, Manuel Torres leaves himself open. I believe it was a left hand, and left hand first, brings it back, and before he even brings it back, he's just leading with this like jaw on a silver platter. He's just leading with his entire head, and then behind it comes the right hand. That sets down Drew Dober, and sets him down, and then follow-up shots put him away. Very impressive though to do this. Is it impressive because Gene Silva just did it on short notice in the second round, and it was coming up a weight class. So exactly how hard is it to put away Drew Dober? I guess it was a doctor stoppage on Gene Silva's end though. So Manuel Torres must have some pop in his shots to really discombobulate Drew Dober the way he did. Impressive. Can't wait to see Manuel Torres. What does he get next? Because Ignacio Bahamondes beat him, and then he got... why is Ignacio Bahamondes number 15? Whoa. Why'd this happen? When is this gonna get changed, bro? Deadass. When is this gonna get changed? Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Uh, he doesn't deserve a ranking. If Ignacio Bahamondes is barely 15, fuck him. He could get maybe Benoit Saint Denis coming off of a loss or whatever. But yeah, Manuel Torres looks good. But yeah, a good slick counter striker. Like, let me just rattle off a few names that I think could beat him. Ignacio Bahamondes, we already know. Grant Dawson probably gets either gets chinned. Nah, we only seen him get chinned once. I'm not gonna bet on that to happen every single fucking time. So Grant Dawson could probably ragdoll him. Benoit Saint Denis, that's a fun fight. Paddy Pimblett, that's a fun fight. Rafael Fiziev moving down right now to Moicano. I don't know. It'll take. There's not too many slick, slip and rip fighters in the top 15 until you get up here. But yeah, Manuel Torres gets it done first round. All right, on to the main event of Brandon Moreno versus Steve Erceg. Man, what a fight, bro. What a fight. This was an entertaining fight. This was a good scrap. I'm not going to lie, though. I wanted to see... I was going to say more scrambles. I wanted to see a scramble. I wanted to see a scramble between these two. That was like one of the main things I was super hyped about going to this fight. I was like, oh, bro, I can't wait to see the scrambles between these two. It's going to be fucking insane. They didn't even shoot a single takedown. Neither of them. Not a single. Moreno shot one, I guess. I don't remember when that was. But, man, that was... Hold on. What a great fight. Brandon Moreno just... How do I even talk about this fight? Let's go round for round. Brandon Moreno, I thought, obviously he won the first round. You'll see something very interesting with the significant and total strikes. And we'll pair that with the official scorecards, which I think are a little odd, but they're in Mexico, bruh. They'll complain about not having anything, and then they'll just get gifted everything to them. But whatever. Brandon Moreno lands flush on Steve Erceg's chin multiple times, 4 or 5 times in the first round. It was to the point where it's like, did Steve Erceg learn nothing from the Kai Kara-France loss? Nothing. Because you could see Brandon Moreno kind of going for that overhand left as well, the same way KKF did it. Slick. It was a nice little, something to see. It was cool to pick up on. But Brandon Moreno, just good overhands were connecting. Just genuinely, it was just good overhands. Steve Erceg would be shifting out, and they would just catch him right on the chin, man. I'm so surprised he didn't. He got wobbled by one for sure. He got wobbled pretty badly by one. But always recovered, which I'm super impressed with his recovery. Super impressed. A lot of these shots from Brandon Moreno looked like they didn't even phase Erceg, which, hey, being a huge Steve Erceg fan, I'm so glad to see that. I was kind of worried about how his chin would react to a powerful Brandon Moreno. Obviously he's not as powerful as Kai Kara-France, but he still does have a lot of power in his shots. So it was good to be able to see that. It was good to see him be able to take 4 or 5 flush overhands on the jaw and just eat them. Definitely don't want to see too much more of that, though. You don't want to be known for having your chin tested, and you don't want to be known for, but he could eat a shot. It's probably one of the least things that you want to be known for as a fighter. The name of the game is all about to hit and not get hit. But I mean, hey, if you look at the significant strikes, round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, Steve Erceg outlands them in insignificant strikes every round. And I thought also total strikes, which I'm pretty sure he does, all but the 5th. All but the fifth, he outlands him in total strikes and significant strikes. I know, it doesn't really mean much. It's all about how hard is each landing. We don't categorize all shots the same. Uh, well, going by the Weasel standards, light, medium, heavy. But man, Moreno was missing a lot of these shots. And in the second round, I thought Steve Erceg won this. It was close, and obviously I'm not gonna scream. It was close. This was one of the fights where, man, one or two shots on either side makes it 10 times more definitive on who wins that round. One or two more shots. And I do feel like Moreno would land that last light, but he would land the last punch of the round. In the fifth round, he landed that little jab to Erceg's face that kind of like not snapped his head back, but it made good contact with his nose and good contact with his face. Just something on top. And I feel like that's what Brandon Moreno did. He would just land that one last shot. Really put a seal on it. Really just show the judges, all right, bop. All right, got one last stand before the round ended. That's what Moreno did very well. Like I said, this is one of those fights where one or two shots on either side makes it extreme, like 10 times more definitive on who won the round. But I thought Erceg won the second and third. He did win the third on every judge's scorecard. I thought the second round was a bit more clear than the third. Maybe I'm tweaking because the significant strikes are 20-10, but I don't know. I thought the second strike would go to Erceg. I really did. I mean, I get Moreno's argument for it. He was looking good as well, but I don't know. I thought Erceg won that third, and then the fourth, I believe Erceg landed he landed something, whether it be a right hand or uppercut. But he made Brandon Moreno go really jelly leg. And I know you could say, oh, he's just a loose fighter. That's how he is in general. But this was different. This reaction that he had was a bit more extended, a lot more exaggerated, and just didn't match what he was doing in the rest of the fight. It was a very odd reaction from Brandon Moreno. It looked like he got rocked. It looked like he got badly hurt. It looked like he kind of did like a Bobby Green versus Jalen Turner, chicken dance a little bit. I believe that was in the fourth round, so I'm surprised they didn't give Steve Erceg the fourth round. Yeah, man, this is just an extremely close fight. You can never make me hate Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg is such a fucking GOAT, bro. He's such a GOAT, and it's just, I don't know, man. I want to pull up his post fight interview, but man, dude, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Steve Erceg. He seems like a really cool dude. Like, how can you hate this face, bro? How can you hate this guy? Very humble in the post fight interview. Like always, he'll be back. But it's gonna be a long road to get back to the title, because now we're looking at having to defend his spot. No more of these bump ups in fights. No more Morenos. He's not gonna get a Royval. No more Kai Card. Tato Taylor matchup would be nice, but he don't deserve it. I hear some people saying rebook the Steve Erceg versus Asul Almabayev. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody on this planet gives a fuck about this fight. That's one surefire way to ruin all of Steve Erceg's hype. And I know you might be saying, what hype? He's on a 3-fight loss streak, bro. He has a name. He for sure has a name. No matter the losses he has. I mean, who are the losses that he has? The fucking champion, the number 2 contender, and the number 4 contender. Like, granted, his loss to Kai Kara France is the worst out of all the 3 somehow, in the lowest ranked contender, but numbers don't mean everything. But look, what I really want to see next from Steve Erceg, I don't know how popular of a take this might be, I want to see him against Joshua Van, dude. I think Steve Erceg versus Joshua Van would be a striking masterclass and just nothing short of entertaining to watch. This would be insane. Like, I can't even imagine how hyped this fight would be. Somehow Joshua Van has on paper a better record. He's 14-0 while Erceg is 12-4. 12-4 from Erceg, dude. That's interesting. 3 fights in a row, a 3-fight loss streak. I know that's tough for him, man. He was looking so good. He was looking so good in this fight, dude. Uh, Hurts. It hurts. But yeah, Steve Erceg outlanded him in every single round. I think if this was a fight in any other place in Mexico, I don't think Erceg wins it. Although he could, I do think we see a split. We could see a split for Erceg. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't be mad at a 49-46 because, like I said, this is just kind of one of those fights where one more shot on either side, gives the person the round. And now while Steve Erceg did land more strikes in every single round, it was just, you know what I'm saying? A Mexican is throwing a big overhand that hits the guard or hits the shoulder. The Mexican refs or the Mexican judges are obviously gonna be like, oh yeah, that landed. Oh yeah, we need our piggy bank to win this. It just sucks for Steve Erceg. Killer after killer after killer. 3 killers in a row, bro. Came up short all 3 times. That's tough to see. But I would love to see a Joshua Van matchup next. Very surprised no judges gave him the second round. I don't know. I just feel like we could have. It was something though. It was definitely a good scrap. It was a good fight, fun fight. I was on the edge of my seat the entire 25 minutes. Good fight. Like I said, I would have liked to see some scrambles. I would have loved to seen some scrambles. Look at the fucking strike difference, bro. I don't know. Whatever. On paper, Steve Erceg should have won. But in practice, I understand why Brandon Moreno won. Also, his kicks, bro. His kicks just had a different level of thud compared to Erceg. Erceg would get in a few low kicks, which he kind of abandoned after like the second round. Kind of just abandoned him. Moreno kept nailing on him. And there was such a difference. After Erceg would land, it would be a slapping low kick. Just a little slap. When Moreno would throw that kick, it'd be a flap. It would be a hard kick. It would twist. It would make Erceg do like a spin and just like kind of like circle away from his low kicks, which is very impressive. What a good fight. What a good, not necessarily scrap, but technical striking. Very high skilled fighters. And I would like to see what's next for both of them. Brandon Moreno, I don't know what you do with Brandon Moreno. Because Jenny, what do you do with Brandon Moreno? Bro saying, I move the needle. He's 1-1 with Royval. You can maybe do the trilogy, but genuinely, who's excited in that? Who wants to see that? I know I don't. Who wants to see him face Alessandro Pantoja again? I know I don't. Maybe a rematch with Kai Kara-France, but Kai Kara-France is getting a title shot. Maybe Moreno versus Minnow Cap. I think that's probably what you do. Moreno versus a Cap. Or Moreno versus a Tatsuro Taira, possibly. Although, giving Tatsuro Taira Brandon Moreno, that's just kind of a layup for Brandon Moreno. Tatsuro Taira, we've seen that he has not absolutely no striking, but yeah, that's a lie, but his bread and butter is the grappling. No, yeah, he doesn't have striking. What am I talking about? But yeah, that to keep myself from rambling furthermore, my bad. Steve Erceg outlanded Brandon Moreno in every single round. He only won one of the rounds, which was the third. I arguably thought he could have won the second as well. It is what it is, bro. The GOAT lost. But he'll be back. Like he said, he'll be back. Good fight, though. Overall, 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Appreciate all y'all for watching all the way through. If you did, and if you liked the video, leave a like. Very much appreciated. Maybe even leave a comment. This time, I think I will have timestamps. I'll do that right now once I uploaded it. Once I upload it and make a thumbnail, because I need to do that. Overall, I went 6-6. Here, let's go through that before I leave. Let's go through the bottom. So I went 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5, 4-5, 4-6, 5-6, 6-6. So yeah, I went 6-6. I would have went 7-6 with the Joe Pyfer versus Kevin Fatslam, but obviously that one got canceled. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it for tuning in. Hopefully you tune into the next one. What's next week's card? What is next week's card? Emmett versus Murphy. That's right. Pat Sabatini versus Joanderson Brito. Interesting. Cortavius Ramirez versus... I hate this. I hate this shit so much. I hate this shit so much, bro. On everything, I hate this. Hold on. It's my video, bro. I could fucking make however many outros I want, alright? Y'all ain't gonna stop me. Y'all ain't gonna fucking stop me. Who y'all got on this one? I got Emmett for sure. Murphy's like, what, 35? I believe Josh Emmett... Nah, Josh Emmett's like 37 probably. Not Young Bucks. He's 40 years old. Holy shit. I thought Lerone Murphy was a bit older. I thought he was 35. Holy shit, Josh Emmett is 40 years old. Why did he wait? Why was he on the sidelines for an entire year, bro? I don't get it. Cortavius Ramirez, Kennedy Nzechukwu, Gerald Meerschaert versus Brad Tavares, Robert Valentine. Oh, Torres Finney, bro. Torres Finney. They're throwing him to the wolves, low-key. They throwing him to the wolves. Ode Osborne versus Luis Guruli. Davey Grant versus Daniel Santos. Reese McKee. Victor Henry. Luma Lookboom. I mean, it's an alright card. Where is it at? Apex? Yeah, seems like it. But yeah, I'll make a video about that soon. I don't know how soon. Oh! You know, y'all remember how I said I was going to be working in 70-hour weeks? Bro, I got fucking fired from my job. Dead ass. I got fired. I was like, what happened? I went into another store that I worked at. Not another store, but I went, you know, it's a chain. So I got off my shift at 10. I went into a different store to buy some shit. I still had my shirt on and shit. I forgot it on. They're like, oh, you work there? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, that's cool. What's up? Which one you work at? I was like, oh, I work at this one. And they was like, oh, shit. Okay, for sure. Next day, bro, 30 minutes before my shift, my manager calls me. He's like, yeah, buddy, we got your last check here. Come pick it up. You ain't working today. I was like, what the fuck? Super cheesed about it. So, yeah, only 30 to 40-hour shifts. No 70. I mean, you know, it's good and bad. It is what it is. I was really hoping to make that money, though. You know, Mr. Bag Chaser. But it is what it is, brother. Thank y'all for listening to me. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to the one subscriber that I have, whoever you are. You're a fucking G. And I will make more videos for you. Random citizen. Thank you very much. Y'all have a nice night. Please, Steve Erceg, please come back, bro. Please, we need it, bro. Please. Please, Michael Scott. Save us, Michael Scott. We need you.